Hello, my beautiful people of Africa. Thank you for still staying with me throughout this Afcon 2022 that is still ongoing in the nation of Cameroon. This once again is your boy and your host, Kwame, the African child, and I welcome you once again to Africa, My Heritage TV. And as you know, Africa, My Heritage TV, it is about promoting Africa. So I'm here to promoting you, the African watching me. I'm here to promote you, the African in diaspora. I'm here to promote you, the African, no matter where you are finding yourself. So it doesn't matter whatever you may be doing. You could be in Washington, in America. You could be in England. You could be in Netherlands, wherever you are across the globe. If you think you're doing anything with the African name, with the African tag on it, that needs to be promoted, that needs to be projected, that needs to be displayed for the whole African content or for the Africans in diaspora to see, you can also contact me to also assist you with that project. As I said, everything that has to do with Africa, My Heritage TV is here to promote that. Please, after watching this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and after clicking on the subscribe, make sure you also click on the notification bell so that you can receive alerts on new videos that we will be uploading. Please, after watching the videos, you also like all the videos that you have watched to trigger the YouTube algorithm in promoting the videos further. And after doing all that, please bring forth your comments, please bring forth your suggestions, tell us the direction that you would want this channel to go, so that whatever videos that this channel will be producing to you, that this channel will be uploading on the platform, will be able to meet your needs, it will be able to meet your expectations, and at the end of the day can make you happy and can keep you informed and entertained. Thank you. We are going to look at some two news that is surrounding the African Cup of Nations 2022 in Cameroon. We are going to look at some news, the updates or the latest news that is surrounding the 2022 African Cup of Nations that is currently ongoing in Cameroon. So let me give you some headline. Let's look at the first news. So Ghana, the first news is Ghana counts on Thomas Partey improvement ahead of Afcon. So let me take the headline again. Sometimes the way they capture is very confusing. So Ghana counts on Thomas Partey improvement ahead of Afcon. So now let's look at the story. So Ghana coach by name Milovan Rajevac has backed Blasters midfielder Thomas Partey to show the quality that could make him the outstanding player of the African Cup of Nations when the West African heavyweight resumed their campaign on Friday. The African Cup of Nations await the Arsenal derby in Group C at the Stade Ahidjo as Partey Ghana's face off against Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang of Gabon. Both players have endured disappointing start to the tournament, with Aubameyang sitting out the Panthers' victories over Comoros after testing positive for COVID-19, while Partey struggled to impose himself as Ghana. Partey struggles to impose himself as Ghana were defeated 1-0 against Morocco in their opener. Despite the underwhelming showing, Rajevac is confident that Ghana's midfielder will hit top form in the matches to come. Perhaps Partey wasn't at his best level in his match, but he's a great player and will prove to everyone in the coming matches. Rajevac told the news agency he will play fantastically, contribute to the team. Contribute to the team, and prove that he can be the best player in the tournament. Ghana were outplayed in the heart of the park in their opening defeat, with Partey and Idrisu Baba of Mayoka struggling to get a handle on the contest against Morocco three-man Melford. The North Africans enjoy more than 61% of possession of the game and registered 12 shots to Ghana's 5. Yet Rajevac has refused to identify any weak links in his team. We analyze the match, of course, and sometimes looking at the statistics is important. Sometimes it is not. He said, "We were pretty happy with most aspects of the game from my players. Of course, you learn from every match, and we are trying to improve certain things to increase the level of the team playing time." Partey and Aubameyang both endured testing times at Arsenal during the latter part of 2021, with the former struggling to replicate his Atletico Madrid form on a consistent basis, and the latter suspended internally and stripped of the captaincy after breaking club rules. Aubameyang's Gabon holds the edge going into Friday's feature, with Aaron Bupenza's fine winner seeing of our Comoros in their opener. Although they will be wary of Ghana's tendency to go into Afcon tournaments, the Black Stars are traditional slow starters at the Nation Cup, winning just one of their past 4 opening games and 2 of their past 6. But Radivac, who oversaw their run to the 2010 World Cup quarterfinals, is confident that an improvement is just around the corner. We are concentrated, our state of mind is excellent, we have faith in our abilities, and the boys are ready to go and deliver, he said. We are doing everything in our power to make it happen. Over the last few days, we've worked a lot and we know exactly what it will take to get a positive results. We need to step up a little bit to improve our performance, but we are working well. We have no COVID issue and tactically we are ready. Ghana and Gabon have never previously met in the Nation Cup. The Black Stars have won 5 and lost just 1 of the past 9 matches between the two sides in all competitions. So that is the first story surrounding the 2022 African Cup of Nations that is currently ongoing in Cameroon. Let's look at the second story. We are looking at the second story, then we'll be done. Because as I said, is the updates or the latest stories that is surrounding the 2022 Cup of Nations, or the news that is surrounding the tournament. So let's look at this confusion. We all know what happened between Tunisia and Mali. Both of us, many of us know what happened between Tunisia and Mali. Let's look at exactly what happened and why Confederation of African Football is not happy with the referee at all. Let's look at the story. So, Afcon referees chaos, explaining what happened at the end of Tunisia versus Mali. The 2022 African Cup of Nations group match between Tunisia and Mali ended in chaos after the referee twice opted to whistle the conclusion of the match before the 90 minutes of regulation time. Interestingly, Wednesday match at Omnisport Stadium in Lembe, Cameroon was a tense affair, and it ended in the explosive fashion as Mali emerged from the chaos as 1-0 winners. The Group E opener also featured 2 penalties and a red card. It is unclear whether a technical glitch was to be blamed, but the referee opted to blow the full-time whistle early on 2 separate occasions before attempting to bring the team back out for additional stoppage time, which one team refused outrightly. Okay, now let's look at it. While the first half of Tunisia versus Mali, like many Afcon 2022 matches before it, was uneventful and ended 0-0, the second half of action was far more entertaining. Early in the half, Mali earned a penalty after a VAR review, and 22-year-old Salzburg striker Ibrahima Kone deposited the spot kick to put the Eagles in front. As the half wore on, the final 20 minutes exploded. Tunisia was awarded a penalty for a handball in the area, and Wabi Kezi stepped out to take it. Mali goalkeeper Ibrahima Monkoro was up to the challenge, producing a stunning diving save to keep the penalty out. All this action is notable as we get to the events of the final 5 minutes of play. In the 86th minute, the referee inexplicably blew his full-time whistle, and the Tunisian coaching staff was incensed, all pointing to their watches. The referee realized his mistake and the match continued. Moments later, the referee controversially produced a straight red card for Mali's El Bilatoure for what appeared to be an innocuous challenge. The referee went to the pitchside monitor for a video review of the incident and replays this show Toure step stars up over the ball and into the shin of a Tunisian player. After review, the referee stayed with his initial decision, and Tunisia had a few more minutes with a man-up advantage to search for equalizer. But then, with 89th minute 40 seconds showing on the clock, still second from full time and not yet into stoppage time, the referee again blew his full time whistle to end the match. After 2 penalties, 2 VAR reviews, and a red card shown, a healthy chunk of stoppage time would not only be expected, but it would be necessary. Yet the official brought the match to a conclusion not only without any additional time, but 20 seconds prior to the full 90 minutes of regulation. The Tunisian coaching staff exploded in anger and protested for minutes, but it was to no avail. The match was over. The controversy did not end. Sometime after the final whistle blew and the teams had started playing area, the officiating crew realized its mistake. The referee attempted to bring the players of both teams back on the field again. While the Malian players returned to pitch willing to continue, Tunisian refused, unwilling to continue as their players had already returned to the locker room and emotions were running too high. He deprived us of our concentration, said Tunisian head coach Motha Kibaya after Tunisia lost a goal to Mali, as quoted by the Afcon official website. We did not want to resume because the players had already taken their bath, deconcentrated and demoralized in the face of a gruesome situation. The players were taking ice bath for 35 minutes before they were called back out again. Kebaya continued, "I have been coaching for a long time and never seen anything like this." Even the fourth official was preparing to leave the ball to show the stoppage time, and then the whistle was blown. As a result of the controversy, the following match between Mauritania and Gambia was postponed by 45 minutes. In addition, Tunisia has lodged an official complaint with the African Confederation, which apparently has 24 hours to respond. It is unlikely that the Tunisian complaint will garner more than a mere hopa from CAF after the officials did make an attempt to correct the mistake. From a sporting perspective, the only possible option would be to either resume the final 5 minutes at a later date or replay the match in its entirety, and neither would seem like a viable option. What caused the controversy? The most sensible explanation of this issue would be a technical error or referee mistake involving the timekeeping technology in use. In short, it seems either the referee watched malfunction or he failed to use it properly. The attended ending of the match at the 85th minute mark lends most to believe that there was some errors with the referee timekeeping, and that then led to further complication at full time. It is possible that during the 5 minutes water break that occurred earlier in the half, the referee failed to account for the additional time, which could be a simple yet plausible explanation for why the match ended at 90 minutes rather than including the 5 minutes of stoppage time. The expectation is that CAF will provide more clarity on the incident in short order as they work throughout the fallout. So that is it. Follows for okay, before we even go, let's look at some response from CAF. What has the CAF said about the controversy? So the African Federation had made a shocking reveal on Thursday after an investigation into the incident. The updates shed some light on what may have occurred. Head of officiating for CAF, Sam Abdel Fattah, stated that the official Johnny Sikazwe was suffering from the heat stroke and dehydration during the closing stages of the match, causing the error to occur. Abdel Fattah confirmed that Sikazwe was hospitalized after the match for his condition, receiving further treatment. The referee suffered from heat stroke and very severe dehydration, which led to him losing focus and was taken to the hospital. Abdel Fattah told NBC Egypt Ali Alab, and quoted by the Independent, it caused him to lose time in the 80th minute and he descended the match in 85th minute. He returned after direction from the assistant staff and then returned to finish the match in the 89th minute. When the crisis occurred and the objections and control were lost in the match, the fourth referee was the one who was going to complete the match instead of Sikazwe, but one of the two teams refused. Temperatures at the stadium in Lembe, Cameroon during the match on Wednesday reached 34 degrees Celsius or 93 degrees Fahrenheit. The CAF has not yet released its decision on the Tunisians' appeal. Who was the referee in Tunisia? So referee Gianni Zekawe is not new to controversy. The Zambia International has been a FIFA listed official since 2007 with the 2016 Club World Cup final, the 2017 African Cup of Nations final, and the 2018 World Cup matches on his resume. However, not all those events went off without a hitch. In the 2016 Club World Cup final between Real Madrid and Kashima Alice, Sikazwe made headlines as it appeared the official was preparing to show Sergio Ramos a yellow card before realizing he had already booked Ramos previously in the match, and subsequently refrained from giving Ramos a second booking. Sikazwe, after the match, explained that the conviction came from a miscommunication with his assistant referee who spotted the foul, which Sikazwe, believing to have heard his assistant indicate a red card should be shown, before it was classified that his assistant instead had said no card over the earpiece. Just 2 years later, Sikazwe was again under fire for an incident in CAF Champions League match between Esperance de Tunis and Premier de Agosto, after Sikazwe awarded Esperance a controversial penalty early in the match and ruled out a Premier goal later. A corruption complaint was lodged and Sikazwe was provisionally suspended, although he was later cleared for lack of evidence. So, fellows and my beautiful subscribers, this is the updates or the news surrounding the Afcon 2022 that is currently ongoing in Cameroon. So, clearly from the news updates, the referee seems to have a lot of problem. See, this is not the only hitch he has recorded in the matches he has officiated. You know, as the record show, he has been doing this in some couple of matches also. So we all hope that CAF may consider to maybe suspend him for the entire game so that he doesn't cause more confusion, because tempers are flaring up and we didn't want any chaos in the African Cup of Nations. Thank you and God bless you for staying with me. I will see you again in the next video. Stay safe.